Hello everyone, I have a dream to share. This is for everyone, for those who have ears to hear, and this is about on how you should treat everyone as you true your true brothers and sisters. So in the dream, me and my son were outside of the house, and it looks like in the dream we were heading here in the house. So as we went past by into the one house, there are houses, but when we saw this particular house, there is a man laying down on the ground, like inside of their gate, so in front of their house. um that's why I stopped, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing? You're inside of the gate, but why are you laying down on the ground with just the mat on it?" And it's kind of, I would say it's wet. So I told him, "What happened to you?" He said, "I didn't have a house, and I just asked the owner to let me stay because maybe, he wants to stay like a short period of time." And I told him, "You feel like I saw him like he's so hungry looking." And I said like, "I'm gonna get some food," because that's how I just said it in my dream. Well, anyways, I don't have a house of my own, so I cannot let him stay if in my house, because I don't have. So I told him in the dream that I'm gonna get you some food. And I feel sad about the man, because as we saw, me and my kid in my dream, the whoever the owner of the house treat him like a dog. They just put him like in front of their house. There is a gate, and I saw him, because the gate is just go, it's so visible that everyone can pass there and can see him. He was laying down, and there's something wrong with his foot, the other foot. So I think it's inborn that he cannot walk, like still, or something wrong with his feet. And he was just laying down there. I felt so sad, so I told him, "I'm gonna get your food." And I told my son we were gonna go home and grab some food and give it to him. And when we walked like a little further, then we saw there is a man and a woman. And I just asked them, like we encountered the people, I asked them, "Do you know who's the owner of the house, that house?" And they've said, "Oh, it's ours." And I said, "Do you believe in God? Do you believe heaven?" And the lady told me, and she were the one who replied to me, and she said yes. And she kind of told me that in heaven, nobody went in heaven yet and see the inside of heaven. And she kind of said like people or just saw the gate outside of heaven, the golden gate outside. And then I replied to her, I told her, "Oh, the Lord let me experience the inside of heaven, some part. I wouldn't say that we saw all, but I told her I saw some part of heaven, and also my son saw some part of heaven." I told her about, my experience in heaven. Like I saw the inside, some part of inside of the heaven. Was able to be inside of the golden city of the Lord, the golden city. And I was inside also in the some part of heaven where I stood in the street, where I just saw houses in there. And different part of heaven, I saw also a castle, or but it's not like of the experiences of Clark, because you have more. So as I told the lady about heaven, my experience that the Lord let me saw in heaven. She kind of I told her that if you want to go to heaven, the road to heaven is very narrow. So if you want to go to heaven, you should treat the man as your own, as a brother, your own brother. You just don't let him lay down there like a dog. You treat him like a dog. I told her, and they I do not know what happened then, but that's the end of my dream. That I told them, I would say, I told them, "You should not treat the way that what you treat to the man, because you treat him like a dog. You should treat everyone, if they want, if they ask you help, you should treat them as a true brothers and sisters." because it's called love, and that's the Lord wants us to do. We should help one another. And I feel sad to the man in the dream though, but the dream keeps switching, so there's another part I couldn't remember much. So that's the only dream that it's very clear. So I would like to share to everyone that if you want to go to heaven, you should treat with in your heart as everyone as your true sisters and brothers. The Lord can see it in your heart if you pretend. So for example, that lady and that man, there were I do not know, but in the dream they doesn't care about the situation of the man. If you see the man like that, you should help him, not by helping him as acknowledging, by helping him just like that, without like feelings, like they treat him as a just like a dog. I saw in the dream he looked like a dog, like it's just laying there and there's a gate. People do that. I saw that when people do that, like to their dogs, right? And that's not right. Of course it's not good, and of course you can't go to heaven if you do that. So the dream means that we should treat one another as true children, the true sisters and brothers, like own your own flesh. You should love one another, help one another. It's how it symbolizes. The dream ended that way, but it has like a lesson for everybody to, you should treat one another as your own, like your own. So I hope you do the same, and not having pride or arrogance, because it cannot lead you, or it cannot make you go to heaven. So it's so simple. We need to love one another, help one another, and okay, God bless all.